What's up guys, Barry Gaming here, back with some more Heroic Expedition, and today we're doing the follow-up to the top damage dealers that you potentially want to try to build at the beginning of the game. We're going to go over the top healers and support heroes that we've seen from the closed beta. So of course, as always, we're going to start out with that Forest faction. There's one amazing, probably god tier healer that we've experienced in the beta so far, and that is Matthew. Matthew is a very, very strong Scottish piper, essentially, but he's got some really cool abilities. Number one, the active wind melody heals all allies for 17% of their max HP, up to 30%. That doesn't even matter if he doesn't have attack, if he's built full tanky HP wise, he's going to heal them based on a percentage. Those type of heals are typically very good in early game gachas because it doesn't matter if he's only a 5-star on your team. If he gets an active off, even your tankiest hero is going to heal for big amounts of health. Now, his first passive is Protection of the Wind. At the end of each round, increases all allies healing received by 7% for 2 rounds, and it has a 30% chance to remove one random debuff. That's really good. This one's also very cool. The other passive skill, upon death, heals all allies for 10% of this hero's max HP. So on this one here, it's essentially their max HP. On this one, it's his max HP. So if he's a weak hero, this one's not going to heal for much. If he's a very tanky hero, it's going to heal for a ton. So he is by far probably one of the best healers in the game. So if you have a chance to build Matthew, I would probably jump at it. Next up is going to be, where is she? Cynthia. So Cynthia is another one that has some utility. She has some shield, some energy. She has some entangle to maybe synergize with your damage dealer as well. Her Vine recovery deals damage equal to 163% of attack to the front row enemies. Again, that's 3 targets, and has a 28% chance to entangle them for 2 rounds. That's pretty solid, but this one is actually pretty cool. Bloom and Wither, the first passive, on round 1 grants all of the allies a shield equal to 8% of the caster's max HP. So it seems like you want to build her very tanky, high HP so that she can get a good shield off on your team. And then the last one, White Deer's Blessing. Basic attacks have a 15% chance to generate 5 energy to all allies, up to 30% to generate 20. I mean, if you guys know games like this, energy feeding can be very, very strong. That way you can pump out multiple actives from your heroes. So overall, she's a very solid hero. I do think Forest has some of the best supports in the game. So if you're looking for support heroes, these two are going to be really, really great ones. If we jump down to Ocean, where is our girl Vesa? There she is. Vesa's right there. Very similar look, you guys might notice, but Vesa is a priest. She has her active skill Undercurrent, deals damage up to 170% of attack to 3 random enemies. If the target's HP is above 50%, this skill has a 30% chance to dispel 2 random buffs off of them. That is pretty solid. It's also going to have a chance to reduce their attack, things like that at higher levels. Very good utility with some damage. This one's kind of cool. Butterfly Dream. For every enemy Vesa hits, it heals the ally with the lowest HP for 6% of current Vesa health. So of course you want her to have pretty close to max HP. She's going to potentially heal for 3 times, so up to 18% HP to the lowest health ally. That's kind of a cool utility. Not as good as what you saw in Forest, but when it comes to Ocean, it's decent. And then at the beginning of battle, all allies gain a shield equal to 4% of Vesa's max HP. That goes up to 16%. It's pretty good. It only lasts 2 rounds, but 2 rounds means you should be getting hit anyway. It's good shield support overall. The other hero that is pretty solid supporter is going to be Natalie. Natalie is going to be the CC goddess, essentially. Frost Raid active skill deals damage to the back row enemy with a 30% chance to freeze a target for 2 rounds. It also increases all allies attack by 8%. So there's that dual utility there. CC plus buffing. Poyas Frozen Heart passive. When attacked, this hero is healed for 30% of attack. Not a huge heal, but a heal nonetheless. And then Slumbering Glacier, attacks against frozen enemies steal 6% of their attack. So she's not like overall busted, but when it comes to PvP and things like that, she can lay down a lot of CC. She can have some survivability. She can help buff your team with attacks. So that's kind of why I put her as a really good support hero to build. And then Chaos, we only have one hero that's really that great, and that is Bade right here. Looks a lot like Matthew from Forest, but his active is going to deal damage equal to 123% of attack to the front row enemies. All allies gain 20 energy. Again, like we talked about, energy feeding is very strong. And if you have supports feeding your main damage dealer tons of actives, it can be really, really great. The first passive, Sound of Silence. Oh, I love that song. At the end of each round, there is a 25% chance to restore a random ally's energy by 20 and increase their attack by 8. Of course, that goes up higher the higher level you are. And the last one, Him, at the beginning of each battle, increases speed by 10 and fortitude by 10%. This effect lasts for the entire battle. Now, that's only for him. That's not for like your whole team. Otherwise, that would be really strong. But he is a very good energy feed style hero. He doesn't really do much besides that, though. He doesn't really heal. He doesn't do much damage. But what he does do is give energy to other heroes. So it might be useful for you to build him. Might not. It just depends. Next up, though, we're going to jump into the Dark faction. We're going to go down the bottom here. We're going to go to Chen first. So Chen is a decent support hero, is a priest, launches a flurry of attacks that deals damage equal to 110% of his attack in total, and heals all allies for 110% of his attack. So that's really good. Another heal that does all allies, but this one instead is based on what his attack is and not what the HP is. For enemies whose armor level is lower than Chen's, the attack does 15% chance to disarm. So basically doesn't let them do a basic ability. If they have an active, I believe they can use an active with disarm, but I don't remember. Illusionary Extinction, first passive. Whenever this hero or an ally attacks, there is a 30% chance to increase the attacker's armor level. That's pretty cool. And then Lotus, basic attacks, has a 35% chance to disarm the target and reduce their armor by 1. So really it's the active that is kind of like that big support. But being able to disarm the enemies can come in very clutch and be very, very strong. Now the other one that is very good is Alex right here. Alex is very, very great. His active ability, Pledge of Guardian, gives shields equal to 10% of his max HP for 3 rounds, up to 25%. From my experience, Alex is very strong. I think they give you a copy in the first 30 days just from logging in every day as well, so that's really cool. His Wall of Decay, when attacked, this hero has a 30% chance to restore 5% of his max HP. So again, a hero that you don't really care how much damage or attack he has. You want to build him straight up HP, and it's going to heal him for a lot. He's a great slot 1 hero. And then Steel Bulwark, at the end of each round, this hero is shielded. It increases the armor by 1, so you can get more armor on him, make him tankier to survive those hits. That way he heals more, gives more shields. He's a really solid hero. Probably one of my favorite shielding heroes, with Matthew being my favorite healing hero. But yeah, between those two, very, very solid pickups. And then lastly, but definitely not least, we have the Light faction. August. I guess we're going to go with August. He's very, very cool. His active ability, Holy Shield Berry, is going to link all allies, allowing them to share the damage taken during the next 3 rounds. All allies also get increased armor level. So this is cool, but it can also backfire on you. If you have a very weak hero that is like a glass cannon, this could actually kill that target faster if they're not the one being attacked, while if they are being attacked directly, it will help them survive. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword depending on how your team is built. Sacred Will, for every 25% HP this hero loses, it increases their armor level by 1. When this hero HP falls below 50%, it restores 15% of max HP. Can only trigger once. It's not that amazing. It's okay. And then at the beginning of each round, restores 10 energy for linked allies. Now that part's really good because, again, we're talking about that energy feeding. Very good support heroes are going to also help give energy to the damage dealers. Very good possible pickup in August. And the other one, we already talked about her in the damage dealing section, but Very, very strong active skill. You're doing AoE damage while doing AoE healing. Really, really amazing. When she drops below 30% HP, she has a chance, or she guarantees, revive fallen allies, giving them some HP, and then of course has a chance to remove control effects from herself. Very, very good hero. If I had one hero to pick to like bring all the way up to Ascended 5 ASAP, it would definitely be Michelle, but of course building lighter heroes is a little more difficult overall, but definitely a good pickup. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Let me know if there's other support heroes you are using that I did not notice in the beta or in the live game. Hit that subscribe button. Hopefully we'll see you guys next time.